Students, now we start with exercise 4C. In this, we will learn how to subtract the integers. In the previous exercise, we learned how to add the integers. Now we will learn how to subtract the integers. So look at this carefully. Now in the first one, in the first question, it's written you have to subtract 18 from minus 34. So from means that this integer will come first, that from minus 34 I have to subtract 18. I have to subtract 18. So now look at this very carefully. When we subtract, what we do is we make two changes. First of all, what we do is this sum of subtraction, I convert this into a sum of addition. So this is my first change. This sum of subtraction I have converted into a sum of addition. And now the second change is that this second integer, it's positive 18. I will write the additive inverse of this. I told you in your previous exercise what is additive inverse. It is the opposite of the number. Like if it is 18, its additive inverse is minus 18. If it is minus 7, its additive inverse is plus 7. So this we have learned in the previous exercise. So this we will apply while subtracting. So what did I tell? That this sum of subtraction I will change into a sum of addition, and the second change is that I will write the additive inverse of this. This is positive 18, this was positive 18, and this will become a negative 18. Now I have changed this into a sum of addition. So I made two changes. First of all, this sum of subtraction, I converted it into a sum of addition, and the second integer I wrote the additive inverse of this, means I wrote the opposite of this. This was positive 18, I have written minus 18. Now this has become a sum of addition, and you have learned the rules of addition, how to add if you have both the positive integers. Let me revise that. If both the integers of the same sign, either both of them are positive, both of them are negative, then we add them. But if one is positive, one is negative, what we do? We subtract them, right? So you must have learned in your in your previous exercise what I taught you. If both the integers are of the same sign, either both of them are positive, both of them are negative, we add the integers, and the answer also is positive here and negative here. But if one is positive, one is negative, we always subtract the integers, and the sign is of the bigger integer. Now here you can see both of them have become negative integers. So what I will do, I will add both the negative integers, and because both are negative, my answer will be negative. So the answer is minus 52. Now let me come to the third part. Okay, minus 28 from minus 43. So first of all, I'll write the sum, that from minus 43 I have to subtract minus 28. Now what did I tell you? When I have to subtract, I make two changes. First of all, I change this sum of subtraction into a sum of addition, and what is the second change? That I write the additive inverse of this, means this is negative minus 28 and it will become a positive 28. You can learn the rule of LAC, means leave the first number as it is, leave it as it is, leave the first number as it is. This second is add, means this subtraction sign, sum of subtraction, I will change into a sum of addition. And third is change. Change means I have to change the sign of the second integer. Leave, add, and change the sign of the second integer. So you can learn this LAC. Okay, so now I have changed this sum of subtraction to sum of addition, and this second integer I have changed its sign. It was negative 28, so I have made it a positive 28. Now I have to add. Now when you will add, you can see that one is negative and one is positive. So when you have one negative, one positive, you always have to subtract them. So you get 15, and what will be the sign? The sign will be of the bigger integer, which is 43. So my answer also will be negative. So this is how we subtract. Now let me take one more example. Let me take the fifth one, 219 from 0. So first of all, I will write the sum, like from 0 I have to subtract 219. Now when I subtract, I have to make two changes. LAC, leave the first digit as it is. Second, this add means this sum of subtraction I will change into a sum of addition. And change means this second number I will change its sign. This is a positive, so it will become a negative number. Okay, so now 0 and negative 219 I have to add, because one is a negative number and this is neither positive neither negative. So what my answer will be, when you add 0 to any number, the number remains the same. So 2 minus 219 will be the answer. Now let me take one more example. They are saying, let me take the 10th part, minus 3012 from 6250, means from 6250 I have to subtract minus 3012. So when I will subtract them, what I will do, first I will leave the first number as it is, then add means the sum of subtraction I will change into a sum of addition, and change means I will change the sign of the second integer. I will make it write the additive inverse of this. So this is a negative number, so it will become a positive number. Now both my integers are positive. This also is positive, this also is positive. So when you have both integers of the same sign, what we do, we add them. 9242, and both are positive, so my answer also will be positive. Now let me take one more example. I can take the example of 9th part, 6240 from minus 271. So minus 271, from minus 271 I have to subtract 6240. Now when I subtract, leave the first number as it is. This minus I will change into a sum of addition, and this second integer I will change the sign. This is a positive number, so this will become a negative number. Okay, now both my integers are negative, and what I have learned, that if both integers are of the same sign, what we do, we add them. Six, 5, 1, 1, and because both are negative, so my answer also will be negative. Now I come to the third question. In this you can see, subtract the sum of these two numbers from the sum of these two numbers. Means I have to find the sum means I have to add these two numbers, and I have to add these two numbers, and both the answers I have to subtract. Okay, so first of all I'll do this in 3 steps. The first step, I will find the sum of these two numbers. So it's minus 250 and plus 138. One is negative and one is positive, so I have to add them. So add them means I have to apply the rule that one is negative, one is positive, so I cannot add them. I have to subtract 112, and because this is negative, the bigger number is negative, so my answer will be negative 112. And now second step is I will find the sum of these two numbers now. So this is a negative number minus 272, and this is a positive number. Again, one is negative, one is positive. So what I will do, I will subtract them. 136, and because the bigger number is negative, so my answer also will be negative. Now they are saying subtract the sum of this. The sum of this is minus 112. The sum of this has come minus 112, and from the sum of 136 and minus 272 is minus 136. Now I have to subtract the sum of these two numbers, which is minus 112, from the sum of these two numbers, which is minus 136. Now I have to subtract. So what did I tell you in subtraction? First of all, I'll write the sum, that from this number minus 136, I have to subtract minus 112. So I have to subtract now. So I told you what I have to make two changes. First is I will leave the first number as it is. This sum of subtraction I'll change into a sum of addition, and I will change the sign of the second integer. It's negative, so it will become a positive integer. So now I have to add both of them, and I can see one is negative and one is positive. So I have to subtract them. 24, and because the bigger is negative, so my answer will be minus 24. So what is the answer of this sum? It's minus 24. Come to the fourth question. We are saying from the sum of these two numbers. Sum of these two numbers means I have to add both of them, and whatever answer I will get from that answer, I have to subtract minus 84. So first of all, I will take out the sum of these two numbers. So one is positive and one is negative. Minus 47 and plus 33. So both are different signs, so I have to subtract them. 14, and because negative integer is bigger, so my answer will be minus 14. Now they are saying from the sum, इसमें से minus 14 में से I have to subtract minus 84 from the sum. So from the sum means whatever answer I'll get of this, I will keep it on the first place, because from this sum I have to subtract minus 84. Now how do we subtract? Leave the first digit number as it is. Leave the first number as it is. Change the sum of subtraction into addition, and change the sign of the second integer. So this is negative, so it will become positive. So now I have to add, one is positive, one is negative. Minus 14, this is negative, this is positive. So you have to subtract, and your answer will be 70. And because the bigger integer is positive, so your answer also will be positive. So what is the answer for this? The answer is positive 70. Now I come to the fifth question. In this they say add minus 36. I have to add minus 36 to the difference of minus 8 and minus 68. So what is difference? Difference means I have to subtract. Now I don't have any here any word from. It's written add. So I will take this in the first place. I'll say find the difference of minus 8. I have to find difference means I have to subtract and minus 68. So this will come on the first place because I don't have from over here. So when you have from here, so this then number comes on the first place. But because here it's written minus 8 and minus 68, I have to find difference. So I will write minus 8 and subtract minus 68. Now how do we subtract? First number remains the same. this sum of subtraction I change into a sum of addition, and the second integer I write the opposite of that. So minus 68 will become positive 68. Now when I add, one is positive, one is negative, so I have to subtract, so the answer will be plus 60. So the difference of this is plus 60, and they are saying add minus 36 to it. So 60 may I have to add minus 36. So one is positive, one is negative, so I have to subtract them. So the answer will be plus 24, because this integer is bigger, so my answer will be positive only. So plus 24, positive 24 is the answer of the fifth one. I come to the sixth question. In this they are asking you to simplify. Here in this sum you can see this is under the brackets plus, and this also in the brackets. So I will solve the brackets first. Inside this you can see it's a sum of subtraction. So how do we subtract? This is 37. I change the sum of subtraction into a sum of addition, and minus 8 will become plus 8 because I change the sign of the second integer. And also when minus and minus are together, minus minus becomes plus. Okay, so I have solved this. Now the second one. So again I said minus and minus together becomes positive, or you can say that this sum of subtraction I'll change it to a sum of addition, and I will change the sign of the second integer. If it is negative 30, it will become positive 30. So now I will add 37 plus 8, both are positive integers, so it becomes 45, and 11 plus 30, both are positive, so it becomes 41. So 45 and plus 41 becomes 86. So this is your answer. Now I come to the seventh question. In this they are saying 34 minus negative 72 and negative 72 minus 34. Are they equal? Are both of them equal? Let's solve them. So I will solve this first. 34. So this is a sum of addition. I'll change this. This is a sum of subtraction. I'll change this into sum of addition, and I'll change the sign of the second integer, and this is negative, so this will become positive. Also I said minus and minus together becomes positive. Okay, so let me solve this part first. So 106. Now I come to the second part. Now here again you can see it's a sum of subtraction, minus 72, and this I'll change into a positive, minus sign into positive, and because this is a positive integer, so I'll change this into a negative integer. So minus 72, leave the first number as it is. Sum of subtraction becomes sum of addition, and I'll change the sign of the second integer, which will, this is positive 34, it will become negative 34. Now here when I add, both the integers are negative, so my answer will be minus 106, and here I got positive 106, here I got negative 106. Are they equal? No, they are not equal. So I can say this is not equal to minus 72 and minus 34. Now I come to the ninth sum. In this they are saying the sum of two integers is 65. If one of the integers is minus 47, find the other integer or find the second integer. Now what do you mean by sum? Sum means when we add two numbers, the answer that we get, that is called sum, right? And one of the integers they are saying is minus 47, and you have to find the second integer. So what if I take other example, suppose one of the integer is 5 and their sum is 8, what will be the second integer? What will be the second integer? It will be 3. How you will get? If you will subtract from the sum this integer 8 minus 5, you will get 3. So what it means is that I have to subtract from 65, I have to subtract minus 47. From 65, if I'll subtract the one integer, I will get the second integer. Now how do we subtract? Leave the first digit as it is, and this sum of subtraction becomes a sum of addition, and I change the sign of the second integer. It's negative 47, it will become positive 47. And also I told you minus and minus together becomes positive. So both are positive integers. So 65 plus 47, 1112. Yes, so what's the answer? Positive 112. So it means the second integer is positive 112. So if you add minus 47 and 112, you will get 65. Fifth part, I will solve these two sides first, minus 7 and minus 3. So minus 7 and minus 3 will be equal to minus 10, while on the other hand the minus 3 and minus will become 7. So minus 3 and plus 7 will become plus 4. So on the left hand side I am getting minus 10, and on the right hand side I am getting plus 4. So in between, as you can see, it's a sign of is equal to. So are the both sides equal? No. So my answer will be false. Now I start with the 11th question. In this question you will see there is a figure given like this. They are saying the point A is on a mountain which is 5,700 meters above sea level. So this is the sea level. I can name it as O. Let the sea level be O. So they are saying above the sea level, from O to A, the distance is 5,700 meters. And the point B is in a mine. In a mine means it's below the sea level, which is 39,600 meters above below the sea level. So this distance 39,600 is below the sea level. Find the vertical distance between A and B. So I have to find the distance. Vertical is this distance. From A to B I have to find the distance. Now vertical distance between A to B will be how much? It will be this much distance, AO plus OB. AO, distance from A to O, plus O to B. Then this whole distance will be equal to AB, means the vertical distance from A to B. So AO plus OB. So how much is A to O? It is 5,700 meters. And from O to B, how much is the distance? 39,600. So when I add both of them, that will give you the vertical distance from A to B. So 45,300 is the vertical distance from A to B. Now I come to the 12th question. In this they say, on a day in Srinagar, the temperature at 6 p.m. was 1 degree Celsius, but at midnight it dropped to minus 4 degrees centigrade. Means at 6 p.m. the temperature was 1 degree Celsius, but at midnight it became minus 4 degree Celsius. So the initial temperature, I can say the initial temperature, the temperature which was at 6 p.m. was 1 degree Celsius, and the final temperature, the temperature at midnight, it was minus 4 degree Celsius. Now by how many degrees the temperature has fallen down? How I will find out? Final temperature minus the initial temperature. So what is the final temperature? It's minus 4 degree, and what was the initial temperature? I have to subtract. The initial temperature was 1 degree. So how do we subtract? Subtraction sum we convert into addition sum, and we change the sign of the second integer. Now minus 4 plus minus 1, so what you will get? Minus 5. So it means by 5 degrees the temperature has fallen down. This negative sign shows that it has fallen down. So by how many degrees the temperature has fallen down? The temperature has fallen down by 5 degrees. Now if I show you this on a number line, so this is 0. On the right side you have positive numbers, and while on the left side of 0 you have negative numbers. Now the temperature was 1 degree at 6 p.m. and it has gone to minus 4 degrees. So by how many degrees it has fallen down? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 degrees. So by 5 degrees the temperature has fallen down.